All the viewers, namaste. Welcome to our channel. Most important aspect. Some important customer service interview questions and answers. Now a little bit explained here. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. What questions are asked in a customer service interview? Generally, customer services related in interviews asked questions. 13. What experience do you have relevant to this customer service position? Having worked in a call center for 5 years, I have plenty of experience listening carefully to the needs of my customers before efficiently working to solve their problems and explain the solutions. Most customers already begin to feel taken care of once you listen carefully to their concerns. Most hiring managers say they look for excellent listening skills, the ability to focus, empathy, and confidence. They want someone who communicates well, and communication is a two-way street. So do a little interviewing and take the time to show interest and commitment to the mission of the company. 14. Describe a situation when had to be flexible at work. I showed flexibility in my accounting position when I had a team member leave suddenly. My manager asked me to take over my colleagues' clients with only a few days' notice. I stayed late that week, prepping as much information as I could. Sometimes flexibility can help you to respond to unexpected changes quickly, calmly and efficiently. Use these 7 strategies to become more flexible at work. This means that you describe the situation that occurred, the tasks that needed to be done, the actions you took and the results you achieved. 15. Tell me a time when you went above and beyond for a customer. First, describe the situation you were in. Then, explain the task at hand, or the challenge you had to overcome. Next, explain the action or plan you chose and why. Finally, describe the result and outcome, ideally a result where you exceeded expectations, helped the customer, client, patient, or helped the company get out of a tricky situation. Based on my experience as a recruiter, this STAR method is the best way to break down behavioral interview questions, which are questions beginning with phrases like, "Tell me about a time." Example of a time you went above and beyond in retail, customer service. I was working as a customer service supervisor and helping a customer return an item. However, from behind the customer service desk, I saw someone drop a glass jar of sauce, which shattered on the floor. I was the closest employee, so I knew I had to act quickly to make sure no shoppers hurt themselves on the glass or slick floor. I asked the customer who I had been previously helping if they could please wait for 1 minute, and then immediately went to the area of the accident and positioned myself to make sure that no customers would unknowingly walk through it. Once I was spotted by a second team member, I asked them to call maintenance to clean up the glass and bring a yellow hazard sign. I then remained at the site until that maintenance team member arrived. Once the appropriate team member had arrived, I returned to the customer who I had previously been helping, politely apologized for the delay, and completed their item return. By acting quickly and going outside of my normal job duties, I was able to stop a potentially dangerous situation, while ensuring that my customer understood the cause for the delay so that they wouldn't be confused or frustrated as I left temporarily. (16) If someone within the customer service team was not doing their job to the correct standard, what would you do? Develop an explanation for the colleague's behavior without talking to them first. Ostracize the team member in question. Promote more interactions to create better group cohesion. Assume everyone knows what they're supposed to be working on. Let them know that mistakes happen, and it's important to you that they acknowledge them and fix them as soon as possible. Be a role model for the above behavior by publicly acknowledging your own mistakes. Don't focus on placing blame, Focus on solving the problem and making sure it doesn't happen again. 17. What's the best way to build up positive relationships with customers? 6 ways to build better customer relationships. Understand what your customers value. Show you genuinely care. Adapt to their pace. Let your brand be your guide. Model the behavior you want to see. Remember that relationships are built over time. 18. Tell me a time when you bent the rules helping a customer. What happened and why did you bend the rules? Customer satisfaction often hinges on whether customers get what they feel is fair. Even if it's a little different from what they originally expected, customers will stay more often than not if what happens during their experience with your company was fair and to their advantage. Know when to do it. Providing that kind of experience can, at times, require bending or breaking the rules. One caveat: never break or even bend rules put in place to keep customers, their information, your company and its employees safe. Period. In most other circumstances, rules can be bent or broken if customer-facing employees have some guidelines on working around policies and processes. These are 3 circumstances when some rule bending can be considered. The policy is unclear or unspecific. If customers and employees continually need clarification to fully understand every detail of a rule, it may need a makeover or some special consideration. For instance, if your return policy requires returns within a month, and it's not written on invoices, you might want to allow returns within 35 days. The rule is old or outdated. If a customer-facing employee ever has to tell a customer, "That's the way we've always done it," with no further explanation, the rule probably needs some serious review. Every rule is put into place for a reason. But if it's not reviewed regularly, you may miss the fact that the reason no longer exists. The rule jeopardizes customer relationships. If you hear complaint after complaint about a certain policy, you can bet it's hurting customer relationships. It feels unfair to them, and they'll go somewhere else where they feel treated fairly. Put complaint-inducing policies on the chopping block. If you can't get rid of them entirely, craft them to be more flexible and customer-friendly. 19. Whilst dealing with a customer issue, how would you decide which information to include and which information to leave out? 10 tips for dealing with customers. 1. Listen to customers. Sometimes, customers just need to know that you're listening. If they're confused or have a problem, by lending a listening ear, you're showing that you care and that you're not dismissing them. 2. Apologize. When something goes wrong, apologize. It's amazing how calming the words, "I'm sorry," can be. Don't engage in fault-finding or laying blame, but let them know you're sorry they had a problem. Deal with the problem immediately and let the customer know what you have done. 3. Take them seriously. Make customers feel important and appreciated. No matter how ridiculous a question may sound to you, it's important to the customer. If they feel like they're being laughed at, or spoken down to, they will not purchase anything. Customers can be very sensitive and will know whether or not you really care about them. 4. Stay calm. Difficult as it is sometimes, it is important to stay calm. Your calming approach will help your customer stay calm too. They will feel like you're in control of the situation and that you can help solve their problem. 5. Identify and anticipate needs. Most customer needs are emotional rather than logical. The more you know your customers, the better you become at anticipating their needs. Communicate regularly so that you're aware of problems or upcoming needs. 6. Suggest solutions. Have a menu of calming remedies which you and your employees can use. Whether it's purely a refund or return, or if it's coupons or a free service. By agreeing in advance the scenarios where you will provide these remedies, and how much you're willing to spend, you will be able to speak calmer and more confidently when offering the solution. 7. Appreciate the power of yes. Always look for ways to help your customers. When they have a request, as long as it is reasonable, tell them that you can do it. Figure out how afterwards. Look for ways to make doing business with you easy. Always do what you say you're going to do. 8. Acknowledge your limits. Yes is a powerful word, but if you're unable to fulfill a request, know your limits. You can't be everything to everyone. If you don't think you can fulfill the request, help them find an alternate remedy. Whether that remedy is your business or another, they will appreciate the extra mile you went to help them, and will recommend your business to their network. 9. Be available. Customer service is no longer just about face-to-face contact and telephone. If you're working in an industry or marketplace where customers are constantly online, you need to amend your service delivery to incorporate that. It does not need to be a dedicated help desk Twitter handle. Simply make sure you respond promptly and informatively to clients on your main business Facebook page or to your Twitter account. 10. Get regular feedback. Feedback is a great way to grow both your business and your skills. Provide ways for customers to give feedback, whether it's a follow-up email or phone call, a suggestions box, or something more fun and innovative. 20. How do you see customer service evolving in the future? 10 ways technology will impact the future of customer service. Impact of technology on customer service. 1. Omni-channel support. 2. Chatbots and live chat support. 3. Voice-based assistance. 4. Hyper-personalization. 5. Social media platforms. 6. Data-driven decisions. 7. Self-service in demand. 8. Specialized support agents. 9. Instant messaging. 10. Video conferencing. Summing up. 21. That's the end of your customer service interview. Do you have questions for the panel? What would you expect me to have achieved after 6 or 12 months in this role? It's great to know what the expectations are of you before you start. But it's also nice to know if the organization is organized enough to have thought about what they want from a new staff member before they begin interviews. Please comment, share, like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.